Hello there. Looks like we're waking up. You just take another deep breath. This part's going to be a little uncomfortable. There we go. Well, we didn't think you were going to make it. Yeah. Well, who am I? I'm Dr. Patty Loyland. I'm the biomedical specialist for interspecies medical care and studies here with the Frelsi at Fort Jehu. And that's where you are. You're at Fort Jehu. And I gotta say, you are the handsomest space lemur I have ever taken care of. But before we keep talking, let me just check, because, we had just taken, we de-intubated you. That means we took out the tubes. Yep. So you've had a rough time of it. My goodness. Well, let me listen to your heart. I know we still use the same thing people have been using for, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years. Because you know what? No electricity. The Groen have all moved to digital everything, because that's what a lot of large civilian planetary populations have been using, is all this digital stuff. But when an EMP blast goes off, you want to have something that's not digital. No EMP blast gonna hurt this baby. So, close your snout for me for just a second. Take a lot of deep breaths. I'm gonna listen first to your cardiovascular system, and then we're gonna look at your pulmonary system. I'm sorry, hon. I will look at your claws in just a second. Oh, this makes a loud sound when you drop it, and I definitely just dropped it. Ow, I did it again. Trust me, I'm not usually that clumsy. I'm gonna glove up because we are gonna look at your claws, and I gotta tell you, you just gotta take deep breaths and be prepared, because you might not be happy with what I have to tell you. Okay, deep breaths. Nice. And a deep breath over here. Good. And a deep breath over here. Excellent. And a deep breath over here. Great. Alright, let me listen in the back, okay? I know I lied. I'm doing your pulmonary system first. I hope that's okay. Alright, deep breath. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna listen in the back, okay? Phenomenal. You were shot multiple times in the chest, and there was a possibility you weren't gonna make it, but your lungs are doing so well. It is a huge improvement. I love it. Alright, your little ticker. Oh, I don't mean anything by calling you little. You're smaller than me, and I'm not even a very large human. There's nothing wrong with that. The smallest patient I ever took care of, I think, was not a vibrant class insectoid, but, oh no, it wasn't. There was a real small, I don't think it's polite to call them dwarf class insectoids, but that wasn't my smallest patient. No, my smallest patient was definitely one of the berberin, an ichthyon. It was definitely an ichthyon with all the fish scales. But you gotta hush, because I need to listen. So I guess that means I gotta hush. Alright. I am satisfied with that. Yep, I am. I'm happy with it. I am. Alright, so let me tell you first about that. So we did a lot of patching, I did some surgery on you, okay? The medbots did a great job sewing you up, okay? So I guess they did most of the surgery, okay? But I had to do some extra little directing and everything like that. So, yeah, you know, in the old days they didn't have medbots. At least not in the human homeworlds. They had to have surgeons who had to have everything memorized. And you didn't have something that could automatically know, like, this needs to line up with this, and zip, 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 I need to sew it up. So you didn't have that. You had to have human surgeons. So we still should have, I still believe in knowing old days skills, because you don't always have a medbot with you. So, but the way medical training is now, it's not really the emphasis. The emphasis is really pharmacology and less hands-on. But anyway, you don't care about, oh, you do care about that. Oh, you were training to be a doctor. That is fabulous. Now, within, what kind of space lemur are you? Are you a Buke from the moon, or are you a Buke from Unaguatala? And I don't mean the moon. We all know Luna isn't really a moon. Are you from Luna, or are you from Guatala? From Guatala. Oh no, there is a moon. I didn't know that. So is there a moon circling Luna, and there's a Buke group there? Okay, it's confusing, because I know I've heard of planetary Bukes, and I've heard of moon Bukes. And moon refers to the ones on the moon, not to the people on Luna. Interesting. And where are you from? Well, you see, you talking helps to tell me things about your medical state, because I can see that your airway is intact. I can check your neurology a little bit by that. And while you're talking, I'm looking at the little wristband that we put on you and watching how it's monitoring what's going on with your blood pressure and everything else like that. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of which, actually, I need to look at you a different way while we talk. Yep. Well, because since you're a space lemur, I want to make sure there's nothing I'm missing. So I'm going to go ahead, adjust the settings on these little goggles here. And I'm just going to take a little look, kind of a little bit of an x-ray look over you, okay? You were doing real good, so this is just kind of a look at your lungs and everything else. And your head looks wonderful. I love it. Your airway, your trachea is midline. It's great. And, your lungs look so good. You have no idea. And then you had a little bit of, you almost had it. We thought for a little bit you were going to get a pneumonia on the respirator. But, yeah, you've been on some real high-dose antibiotics. Them crazy stuff. And your little belly. I'm sorry I keep saying little. You are so small compared to me. I am so big. Maybe I should just say big for me. Well, I'm going to put my big old this back on. Alright. And then the fractures in your upper hind legs are healing well. Yes. So tell me about your claws. I'm really sorry that happened to you. Oh my gosh. Those bastards. This war takes everybody. Even civilians. You're a civilian. I know that. Made you want to join up. Let's wait till you get better. And then you can talk to Captain Rana. That's right, he's the Wonder Frog over, you are adopted sibling of Lemben Zarin, right? Yeah, he's her captain. Oh, you've met him. Now that's racist. You can't dislike Wonder Frogs just because they got big eyes and giant mouths that could swallow you whole. He's the one you gotta go to if you want. Okay, you don't dislike him. You just have trouble getting used to him. I see. You know, I have trouble getting used to is most humans. I find it really much easier to do interspecies medicine. I don't know why. I think it's much harder to do medicine with my own species. I think the amount of bacteria on human skin is just really a lot compared to a lot of other species, and the human mouth also has so much bacteria compared to, I mean, you know, like a bont lizard or the draconian species. You know. Oh, those are the ones with like a sail fin and the backwards velociraptor-like legs. Yeah. No, those aren't bont or draconian. That's right, that's what they're called. Yeah. I just call them sail fin buddies. You don't have to use a technical term for everything. Alright, dear one. So, your claws. Yes, they are still gone. I examined them before you woke up. I can examine them again and show you. In fact, I wanted to put a little bit of a balm on them. Yeah. So, I actually have this. So, I can't promise you anything, but we do have a therapy option. Let me just adjust it a little bit. Let me see if I can get the right. I think this will be the right frequency. So, what I'm going to do is, so I do have some of these stimulating rays. Well, it's a little complicated, but we have discovered that in certain biological species we can try to help stimulate growth. This is new, kind of experimental. We can try to help stimulate growth with certain frequencies. And there is a pretty significant dose of medication inside as well. We couple this, these frequencies are supposed to help to trigger the nanoparticles and the medications that you're already taking in your claws. Try to help stimulate some healing and growth. It's difficult. I mean, I'm so sorry, but I mean, yes, they were completely removed. So, I can't make you any promises, but the treatment does feel good. And people usually appreciate that because it helps with pain. Which is a surprise because a lot of growth type things tends to hurt. You know, like the old growth hormone treatments and things like that you have. It can be painful, uncomfortable. Let me get the right color here. I think this is not quite the right color. Oh, now it's doing that. Let me just get the right stuff here. I think this is good. This is good enough, I think. So what I'll do, okay, you know, and it's calming. It's calming as well. So I'm just going to kind of hold your claw, hold your paws here, and we're going to kind of run it over, okay? And you should feel like a cooling sensation. Yeah, so just give me your left paw here. Yeah, your left, not my left. And we're just going to gently run this over, okay? Alright. You should feel this nice, cool sensation. And I'm actually going to do it over your ear, too, because I love how you have the ears that are, like, bigger than your head, basically. I think they're so beautiful, and yours are very handsome. You are one of the handsomest space laborers I have ever met. Other ear over here. Get up on this big, big ear. Beautiful ear. And you have a little scratch along the triangular blaze on your forehead, leading down to your muzzle here. So I'm just gonna right here. Right there. Right there. And then your little paw here. And your little paw over here. I'm so sorry. But that should help. That should really help. I love how expressive your ears are, too. I know you're gonna need a lot of rest, little one. But you look great. You do. And your fangs are great, too. You're used to being called little one, though, right? Because you're not an adult yet. Yeah. You're what, about 30 revolutions? Well, I'm aware that you all don't reach puberty until like 100. I'm well aware. Yep. Well, my glove is ripped now. That's some of the energy from here. It can be kind of intense. Doesn't love plastics and things like that, so I have to adjust the frequency when I'm working with an insectoid or reptilian, somebody that has certain kinds of polymers in their skin that might react similar to how this plastic reacted. But it's completely safe for, tissues like yours. It's even safe for tissues that contain a lot of calcium, like certain ichthyant species have. Yeah. So, no, we haven't documented a lot of side effects for this, really. To tell you the truth, the main side effect is kind of a euphoria. Some people get a little bit dizzy. I've had people get a little bit dizzy. All done. Oh, not all done. It's difficult to get just the right frequency. Get it off. Turn off. Turn off, I say. Good night. No, stop. Good night. Thank you. Shh. Can you believe the impudence? I see. I will call her right away. That sounds good. Well, wasn't she here a minute ago? She was here when you first woke up, right? Oh, that's right. You had a little conversation. Okay. I'll call her back in. I guess you fell back asleep. Yeah, it's been a battle up and down with all of your... You'll be okay. You're out of the woods. You're out of the woods now. Now it's just a little bit of work to, you just gotta keep working to get better. So, we're gonna have a physical therapist come in fairly soon. Yep, the droid. It's gonna help you get exactly all the right stuff. Of course, I'll be overseeing to make sure. But based on the analysis of which muscle tissues and which tissues are injured or damaged, yeah, that's how we'll do it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go, but I am glad to see you doing so well. Yep. How's your belly? Any belly aches? Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, I will be back. I will be back. You can take a nap while I'm gone. Please take a nap. Sleep well.